1. Resilience in the cold. American soldiers from the 503rd Parachute Ski Battalion rest in sleeping bags on the snow, their bodies exhausted after skiing and hiking over rough mountain terrain during training. Despite the bone-chilling cold, they find solace in each other's company, their breath visible in the crisp winter air. Some soldiers are too tired to talk, while others whisper about home, dreaming of warmth, family, and peace. 2. A moment of kindness amid war. In the war-torn town of Lisieux, 1944, a French woman gently pours cider for a British soldier. He grips his Bren gun, his hands rough from battle, yet his eyes soften with gratitude. It's a simple act, yet it reminds him of the humanity he's fighting for. A brief moment where war fades and kindness prevails. 3. Music in the midst of chaos. A group of American soldiers gathers around a piano, their voices rising above the war-torn streets of Monoglies on August 10th, 1944. Their faces, marked with dirt and exhaustion, light up as they sing an old familiar tune. 2 GIs, members of the U.S. Army 2nd Armored Division, have just arrived in Barrington, Normandy. For a few minutes, the war doesn't exist, only music, laughter, and the comfort of camaraderie. 4. A leap toward freedom. August 23rd, 1944. Thousands of parachutes to sky over southern France, their colors standing out against a vast blue expanse. Some carry soldiers, their hearts pounding as they descend into the unknown, while others hold vital equipment for the battle ahead. They don't know what awaits them on the ground, but one thought unites them all. This jump brings France one step closer to freedom. 5. Running for their lives. The Normandy Campaign, July 21st, 1944. Soldiers from the 331st Infantry Regiment sprint across a road, bullets whizzing past them as they seek cover in the bocage hedgerows. Adrenaline fuels their every step, fear and determination gripping their hearts. Each one prays they make it to the other side, because a single misstep could be their last. 6. A prayer for peace. Christmas Eve, 1944. Soldiers of the 50th Battalion sit on sandbags, their heads bowed in prayer inside a makeshift chapel at Tinian Marianas Islands. Candlelight flickers on their weary faces, reflecting the unspoken hope in their hearts. In the midst of war, they ask for strength, for guidance, and for the chance to see their loved ones again. 7. Young Marines' uncertain futures. Private First Class Natalie Slack and Corporal Dean L. Stidham stand on the deck of a troop transport heading to Hawaii. Clad in their tan peanut suits, they gaze into the vast ocean, lost in thought. They are young, yet war has aged them beyond their years. They don't know what lies ahead, but they carry their duty with quiet resolve. 8. A hero in the ruins. London, July 30th, 1944. Amid the smoldering rubble, an English soldier cradles a little girl named Barbara James, rescuing her from the devastation left by aerial bombings. Tears streak her dusty face as she clings to him, her tiny hands gripping his uniform. For her, this soldier is more than just a man. He's her savior, her protector in a world that has crumbled around her. 9. Facing the fire. November 20th, 1943. Butaritari Island, Battle of Macon Atoll. Soldiers of the U.S. Army's 27th Infantry Division storm Yellow Beach, their hearts pounding as enemy fire rains down. Some won't make it ashore, others will be wounded, but they push forward. Fear is overshadowed by duty, and in this moment, survival is the only goal. 10. A homecoming like no other. October 1945. A boatload of soldiers arrives in New York City from the Pacific Front. As the skyline comes into view, emotions swell. Some cheer, others fall silent, overcome with relief and disbelief. After years of war, they are finally home, but they are not the same men who left. War has left its mark on them in ways words cannot describe. 11. A Father's Goodbye. Detroit, September 23, 1943. At Central Station, 3 fathers, veterans of the previous war, say farewell to their sons, who are now heading off to training at Fort Custer. They try to smile, but their eyes betray the sorrow and fear they feel. They have seen war before, and they know what their sons are walking into. The hugs last a little longer, the handshakes a little firmer, because there's no guarantee they will ever reunite. 12. A Chilling Laugh. Ruka Jarvi, November 1942. A Soviet spy, moment away from execution, laughs in the face of death. A Finnish soldier stands before him, gun in hand. The air is thick with tension. What goes through the spy's mind? Is it defiance, madness, or perhaps acceptance? Whatever it is, his haunting laughter echoes long after the trigger is pulled. 13. Laughter Before the Storm. Britain, 1943. In the quiet moments before a bombing raid on Hamburg, 2 aircrew members, Sergeant J. Dickinson from Canada and Sergeant Jilks from Trinidad, share a joke. They laugh heartily, the sound cutting through the tension of what lies ahead. Perhaps it's their way of coping, of pushing back the fear, because in a few hours, they will be flying into the jaws of death.